You should subscribe to the Monaresclub. Because the Principal Saiyans told you to, idiot. Bye.
What's good? My name's Elizabeth, and I am here today bringing you Mecha Frieza on the right and Turles on the left. I have been trying to play some Mecha Frieza lately. It's been going. It's not my usual kind of deck. I'm usually much more aggro, where this is a little bit more control into aggro. And obviously, James on the left with Turles, that is quite an aggro deck. So it's an interesting matchup. It's kind of how much I'm definitely on the control side here with Frieza. If you have not played either of these decks before, Frieza very much has the plan of rest moding your opponent, saying no to your opponent, using life to be able to play extra cards. On his Awakened side, he has the ability to essentially play as many extra cards as he wants with using life. Obviously, that can be a slippery slope. And Turles, on the other hand, has a kind of a spam mechanic with his combo. He combos out a bunch of boys, spams out some stuff, has some cards he can play when he combos certain things, kind of like Arrival, but weird Turles-esque Arrival. There's a card, some cards that like add combo power, and then that card right there that you'll see is Fruit of Life, that gives his Turles double strike. So on my turn, as we see, which I believe is actually a misplay right here because he doesn't have any energy. I think that's come up on the channel before, but don't worry about it. Supposed to be if you have all mono green energy, but he got his life. But I, turn 1 Black Mass Saiyan, that is definitely going to hurt Turles a lot. So all of his boys essentially come in through skills. I don't really know if he plays anything for its face-up value. So he grabs that 3-drop. His leader ability looks, I think, at the top 5. Grabs the Turtle Core from it. Kind of a normal archetype mechanic. He plays Demigra, Unison, swings with it after he picks it up. And then he passes to my turn. So on my turn, I will charge. And as we kind of saw last turn, first things first is after I charge and go to my main phase, first thing is I pick up a life and he will find a fruit. So that is something that we sometimes forget. And then James will be like, oh yeah, Fruit of Life. Show me your cards. Turles also has an alternate Awaken condition where if you have enough cards face up, I think 3, you can awaken at any time. So one of the ways, to counter that, see, there it is that when he hits you, you pick up your face-up cards. But that's kind of part of his MO anyway. Turn 2 here with Mecha Frieza. It's a really hard matchup because Turles is so aggro that I really don't want to take any more life than I have to. Some usual turns are things like Universe 9 Assemble, some other extra, there it is, Universe 9 Assemble. I can take a life, as we see there, to play it for only 1 energy on his face up. And since all of his energy is tapped, I get to look for a 2-drop Universe 9 and put it into play. So, pretty good. And as you saw, I got to draw 2 cards. You get to do that no matter what. So I put that Shephill, but he does freeze. Oh, he's Frieza-ing the Black Mass Saiyan, which makes sense. I actually have a question about that interaction that was not answered by this. When he plays that Frieza, he's playing that on a skill, right? So shouldn't he have had to... Or does he get rid of it before it actually comes into play?
Counterplay is a skill, as a keyword skill.
Oh, and it only does non-keyword skills. Got it. Okay. James popped in to answer my question for me. I think I also get confused by the wording on Black Mass Saiyan versus Poutine. The Poutine card does not, it says any skill, whereas Black Mass Saiyan only says non-keyword skill. So, lesson today provided by the Monaresclub. So, looks like I passed to James with an energy up. It's really probably because I don't want to take any more energy, and I probably have a negate, something like that. And I know as long as he hits me once, I can awaken. Which my deck does have Nimbus. That's kind of, you know, the yellow negate for boards like this. And Turles could definitely do lethal on turn 2. So, looks like he swings with his leader first. I tell him Chappelle, so he has to rest mode and energy. I think I get to pick the energy, maybe? I don't remember, but all of his energy is green, so. It is a downer for James's deck. He generally wants to swing his leader first, because that's how he puts a lot of things into play. So he takes a life, looks at the top 5 to find his Turles core. Looks like he grabbed his super combo, I think. Kinda hard to tell with the glare right there. Looks like a super combo. Cacao. You know, normal names for Dragon Ball things. He's probably trying to figure out how much he can do with 1 energy. How much he wants to go in, right? He does have 5 life. So he probably doesn't have to worry about me on the crackback. I'm not that aggro. But he might just want to kind of hold off, though. He's thinking about it. I think I'd take it, yeah. I decided to take that first hit. He doesn't combo into it. He doesn't put a fruit on it, but I don't have any life face up. So to play his Fruit of the Tree of Might, he has to pay 1, and I have to have a card in my life that I can flip face down. So that's another reason to take those cards. And James Keaton. Swung Frieza. He's comboing, and then he plays his 3 drops. That's kind of what I said, that weird kind of Turles arrival effect there. As long as you have 2 Turles core in combo, you can bring in the 15k, who pumps to be a 20k for like a turn and a half, 2 turns, till the end of your opponent's next turn. Something like that. Maybe it's till the end of your next turn. I know there are some versions of the deck that play something that can evolve on top of him. I don't know if James is playing that version or not. He says no, so that's just kind of a beater that you can use the Fruit of the Tree of Might on. So I decide to awaken. Looks like he's at 20, 31, something like that. Oh, it's the Frieza, so it's 26, I believe. One of the weird things about the Turles core is that they actually have a plus 3k combo, not a plus 5k, so they're kind of weird and unique that way. but also the whole point of the deck is to combo as many as possible, and all of them generally give you benefits when you combo with them. So it's supposed to be kind of a balancing act, I think, for that. I do pay 2, combo with the monkey, put his 3-drop rest into rest mode, but then he also plays a Frieza and puts my monkey in pressure. So that is unfortunate. But I do protect myself from another swing. So see, he's got some boys into play now in his Turles core. I don't remember what that one, Lacassi, I think is his name, who goes and finds his brother Raisin in the deck, and Raisin comes in active mode. Raisin is a blocker. Very annoying. And Diaz comes in and I think looks at the top 3 for another Crusher core. So, pretty good. Both of them kind of net you combo power cards, that kind of stuff. James decides to switch the Diaz that he has in play into his foil one. So, yeah. I think he's missing like 1 foil Diaz and like maybe another foil Raisin or 2. And that's what he would like to get to finish foiling out his deck. And the Mecha Frieza deck is definitely not foiled out. It's a little bit more expensive than Turles. So. James is just thinking, what am I thinking about? I combo out of that swing he had there. So he swings again with Frieza, decides to combo with a lot of these. I don't know if he's just trying to put me in a bad place. I think he knows I can't kill him on the crackback. Mecha Frieza is very unlikely to get up to 5 at this point, with only 3 energy. I have a lot you can do with life that can help protect you or pump your cards, but you can't necessarily get more swings on board. As you saw, I have that double strike, whatever his name is. Then there's Bergamo and a few other things, but James comboed that Raisin so that he would play another Raisin. Now he's playing Bardock, which is a 20k that he gets to draw 2, pitch 1. He pitched his Beerus, which when you pitch it, it comes into play. A lot of synergy going on here, as you see. So he swings Beerus at me. He's really just poking me as much as he can, trying to get me down. I don't think he's gonna be able to kill me this turn, but he's sure as heck. He wants me to have like no access to my resource of my life, right? I do rest mode Bardock with Zamasu there, and now it's my turn. So this is definitely a hard matchup for Mecha. Mecha has a lot of protection and a lot of support, but you really have to figure out how to manage your life. And if you take too much too early, then it can not go that well for you. So, not sure what I'm asking about. James is finding his fruit right here, so after I charge, should flip life face up. One of the nice things about flipping life face up is it gives me more information to work with. You know, if he flips something up and I see a negate, I can play around with that knowledge. All these decks that have allowed you to flip life face up, that kind of came out in what, set 11? Set 12? have provided some interesting mechanics, kind of for that foresight and knowledge there. Charge. If I decide to charge my Unison, I think it's just a little too late right now. One of the nice things about the Unison is it can rejuvenate, which gives you obviously an extra life, but that life that can then be used as a resource, right? But against something like Turles, there's just really no time for it. Unless maybe I'd gotten it out last turn and then set up a lot of defense. But usually you need to get to turn 4 or 5 to really start using that rejuvenate. So I'm probably just trying to figure out if there's anything I can do to kill him. As said, I don't think there are many options for me. Yeah, that's... I flip my life for his fruit. I'm in a really tight spot. I don't know if I can do it. You know, there's not much time left in this match. As you can probably see, see the time on the video. So, if you haven't liked our video yet, we'd love for that support. It always makes us happy when we see people giving us likes and support. If you subscribe to our channel, we try to drop a couple videos a week, if not more sometimes. So we'd love for you to do that. And feel free to let us know if there's anything you'd like to see. We are happy to build decks, to try games, to do deck profiles, all of that stuff. So let us know. Looks like I swing with my leader, draw my card. You can see I'm really just like, how can I win this? Because look at his board state. How am I supposed to live on the crackback? I don't think I can. Even if I have a Nimbus, he still has that fruit of the tree of life, right? Like, he has a leader swing, he has a Unison swing, and he has at least one battle card swing, if not 2, that I'm gonna have to survive through. So, I decided to swing as battle card. Interesting choice. I mean, I know I can't kill him, so maybe I'm just trying to clear off his board. And see if that will help me. Still having a think. Oh, and I decide to pass with all of my energy up. Probably means I have something like Bergamo, something like that. That might be my game plan, is I might have something like Nimbus, and then I could Bergamo to put down his energy or his battle cards. We'll see. I'm not out yet. He did take his life so that he can awaken. That will help me on the crackback, maybe. You can see James kind of splits up his board. He has his 2 Friezas that combo for 5k. He has his Turles core that combos for 3k. And then he has his Beerus, which is more of a swinger. It's a 15k. Yep, I have my Nimbus, which is good. Maybe I can live another turn. And I don't want to pay life for it. So that's why I left all of my energy up. I do have to pitch something to Nimbus. Obviously, if I want him to not swing at me. Which is a hard decision to make. And I have things I might want to play to help me, as well as combo power, so I can live. Kids is probably telling me you don't have to pitch. I think that's how this works. Because it's Death Ball's good, but it's less good on your opponent's turn. It's nice to kill something. Your turn. Sorry. We are looking at whenever I get to play an extra turn card. My leader has a skill that I get to put something into rest mode, which is really nice. And there, see, I play Bergamo in response, and rest mode is energy. So I'm hoping that's enough to save me. That really takes away what he can do this turn. It took away one of his, swings, and it took away hopefully something he could play. He does still have his leader, and use him. Decides to awaken, which then he gets another energy. A little disappointing. That is what it is. Bergamo does say you can rest mode battle cards or energy, I think. So, otherwise it would be nice to rest mode his leader. So, I do remind him that when he swings, Turles activates, which I think I forgot last turn. So. Looks like James does have, he's using the fruit at night. So that gives him plus 20k, plus double strike. So his leader instantly goes from a 15k to 35, 45 with the super combo. 51, I think he's at now. 51 double strike. So that's a lot for my deck to handle. To use any of my extra cards, I have to take a life anyway, so unless I could use an extra card to get out of it with some combo, it's not really worth it. His leader also says he gets to pick which life I take, so it's annoying. He knows that that last life right there is a super combo, so obviously he doesn't give that to me. Looks like James is going to swing with his leader, or his unison. Obviously he's going to pump everything he can into it. Oh god, he's got a lot of super combos, he's got a lot of power. It doesn't look good for me. So, yeah, looks like I don't have it. So, as said, I kind of knew I was in a tricky spot there. He had a lot to do. Even though I had my Nimbus, even though I had Bergamo to rest mode his stuff, it's a tough matchup. You have to play really carefully, as control as possible in this kind of matchup with Mecha Frieza against Turles. So, hopefully you liked our match. As said earlier, hopefully you can subscribe to our channel, like our content, feel free to reach out to us, and we'd love to give you guys more. So, thanks so much for watching, and we hope we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks everyone. Bye.